friends and family that like to text me articles to read. I guess the common denominator of people that know me is they think I could stand to be a little less ignorant. And I'll read them because you get a little dopamine hit when you learn something new, and so it's good. But every now and again they'll send one that's behind a paywall, and that's way better. That feels so good to be like, hey, listen, I tried to read that article. I like that you think that I subscribe to the Wall Street Journal, but I do not. I like that way better than if when they send a podcast, especially like a Joe Rogan podcast. It's insane that they think I have like 3 hours to spend to listen to Joe Rogan smoked pot with a future Bond villain. I've been really upset with Donald Trump that he was sleeping during his trial. I don't appreciate him disrespecting napping. I'm a good napper. It's a really good skill. I have taken it off my resume, though. I will still bring it up during job interviews. I list it as both a strength and a weakness. But yeah, before Trump joined Team Nap, I was in really good company. I had Winston Churchill, John F. Kennedy, every Latin culture. Which, maybe that's why he's trying to build the wall. He's like, I don't want them giving them my nap time. Studies show that nappers live longer. Did y'all know that? Yeah, and Winston Churchill lived to be 90. It didn't work out for JFK. I love that. It's been 70 years or so. Napping is great, but it can't stop bullets. But if he had been napping that day in the back of the car, then we would have just lost a Texas governor, which... And I've just made that study up. That's not true. Y'all cannot trust me, even though I look like I'm up here to give y'all a TED Talk. So I think that napping is wasted on the really old and really young, because I think to really enjoy a nap, it needs to involve procrastination. That is why kindergartners don't want to do nap time. They don't have anything to put off. Like, what are they saying? Recess, snack time. They're inevitable existential crisis that will get when they realize that we live in a temporal world that is absolutely dominated by the second law of thermodynamics. They won't learn about that until least high school, until entropy, until least high school, at which point, no more nap time. And so I didn't get a lot of jokes with entropy. If y'all don't know what that is, I can text y'all an article. I think the same problem happens with old folks' homes, that they don't have anything to put off besides deaths, you know. I want to open a chain of old folks' homes where we give the geezers a job to do, like a spreadsheet to populate, and then the important thing is to give them a deadline. Although that's probably like a hot button phrase there, so we'll call it a due date. But it would make your everyday so much better, because like, not just in napping, like in college, did you ever, instead of studying, did you ever watch Jeopardy? Like Nirvana. Yeah, if you add in an evening, a little bit of mild to moderate drug abuse, that is a good afternoon. That's the kind of old folks home I want to go to. Where I like roll into my friend's room and I'm like, I did not finish that Google document. And he's like, me either, but instead of doing that, you want to get drunk and watch Office Space? Yes, I do. If you're in the crowd and you're under 30, you probably think that I'm almost old enough to go to an old folks home. In which case, up yours. I'm still trying to take care of myself. I went jogging this morning, and I've been, you think that's a good start, but I've been jogging for 30 years and it is not working. I need a new exercise plan, but I don't want to hear anything from you, especially if you're fatter than me. If you look like me or worse, then you can go to CrossFit, but you should have to sign an NDA. I also don't want to hear from you if you're thin too. I don't want to join your cult, whatever it is. I don't want to go to Orange Theory or Soul Cycle or Westlake Dermatology. My name's Matt Evans. Thank you very much.